Did a Cubs rookie choose loyalty over the pennant race? And did he make the right call? Matt Shaw thinks so, and his decision to miss Chicago's game to attend Charlie Kirk's memorial has roiled fans, pundits, and the clubhouse alike. Shaw told reporters he knew Kirk personally. They lived in the same apartment building in Arizona, and that Kirk had been a consistent supporter, texting after games and cheering him on. When Kirk's family invited Shaw to the private service in Glendale, he says it felt like something he couldn't skip. The Cubs organization, he added, gave him their blessing. That's the personal side. The public response was immediate and intense. Critics called the move unusual and questioned why a player would step away from his team in the middle of a tight playoff stretch for anyone who wasn't immediate family. Some broadcasters and former players described it as unprecedented. Social feeds filled with takes about responsibility, optics, and whether professional athletes owe the club presence above personal obligations. Then there's the political lightning rod. Charlie Kirk was a polarizing national figure, and the memorial drew high-profile attendees, names that have only magnified the controversy. Even though Shaw says his decision was about friendship and faith, not ideology, the symbolism is hard to ignore. High-profile funerals aren't private in a vacuum. Attendance inevitably reads as a statement, whether the attendee intends it that way or not. Inside the clubhouse, the picture is more nuanced. Shaw says teammates supported his choice and that the front office approved the absence. That internal backing matters. Teams often allow personal time for weddings, funerals, and family emergencies, and by Shaw's account, this was treated in the same vein. From a locker room perspective, a player stepping away for a meaningful loss can be seen as an act of loyalty, not disloyalty. On the flip side, public-facing teams have to manage optics because availability matters in professional sports. Missing a game in a playoff race invites scrutiny, and when the team lost 1-0 that day, critics amplified the narrative. There's also a communication angle. Some observers said the absence should have been disclosed earlier to avoid confusion and speculation during the game. So what's the fair takeaway? There isn't a tidy answer. Shaw's choice sits at the intersection of private loyalty and public accountability. If you view the move purely as a personal act of respect for a friend, it's understandable. If you view it through the lens of organizational responsibility and public perception, it's a risk. For the Cubs, the immediate concern is on field, how the roster responds, and whether the team can absorb short-term absences without losing momentum. For Shaw, the challenge will be rebuilding any lost public goodwill and letting his play on the field define him more than one controversial absence. In the end, this is a modern sports story. Private relationships collide with public platforms, and the simplest human choices become national conversations. Whether you side with Shaw or with his critics, one fact remains: athletes today must navigate not only performance but also the optics of every decision.